What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to our Pensacola micro farm, where today we got a project in mind, folks. Today we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to try for a little while, because let's be honest, if we're ever really going to consider this a micro farm, as the PYT likes to call it, we got to have a pond. There's no such thing as a farm without a farm pond. So today we are going to start a project where I'm going to be building a bass pond in my backyard. Now, it's going to be a big task. It's going to take me a little while. So y'all come along and let's see if we can't get us a pond built on our micro farm right here in the middle of this Pensacola subdivision.
Oh my gosh, baby, are you getting a water trough for baby goats?
No.
You're not?
That's not what I'm doing at all.
That would be perfect.
Well, it is perfect, but not as a water trough. We cannot have goats.
Not for baby goats?
But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about putting a fish pond in the backyard.
Ooh, yeah, every farm has to have a pond.
And maybe we could get us a little pet bass or a bluegill or something like that.
As long as I get to name one.
You can name them. Yeah,
okay,
I'm fine with
yes.
that. As long as I get to catch it, I don't care. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna name them.
But I'm thinking like this size right here. This is a stock tank. It doesn't tell me I want to know how many gallons it is.
Right.
It's a 6x2x1. So Daniel Armstrong did something like this out there at their place, and that's what gave me the idea. But I'm really thinking that this one right here is going to be.
Yeah, because we'll definitely have to have a smaller one, but we want it big enough.
Yeah, but I don't want anything like this small.
Yeah, that's almost too small, I think.
I don't know. It's got good depth to it. This might do better with not. I don't know. And then they've got some big round ones down there too that are close in price. I don't know.
Decisions.
Right. All right. So we ended up going with the black plastic one just because the metal down here just rusts. And I know those are galvanized, but it still made me a little worried that it might rust real bad. And obviously a plastic one's never going to rust. Plus, these were way more cost efficient, but y'all check it out.
Yes, we already have some structure.
Yeah, we got structure in here for our fish. Sarah actually found this laying by the road not too long ago.
I found it laying by the road and your dad got to it first.
Yeah, y'all, my dad likes to burn everything. We have a burn barrel.
He put it in our burn pile.
He had that in the burn pile. So that is actually some driftwood that Sarah found. We're probably going to put some pea gravel down in here. We already got a concrete block. We'll put a couple different pieces of structure. I'll try to find some bigger rocks. Sarah might be able to find some on Facebook Marketplace. As long as she finds them in Pensacola and not Case or Milton or wherever.
That's where everything is.
But y'all, this is our backyard farm pond, right? So everything we're doing is about micro farming. And this is a micro farm pond. So I'm probably going to go out and try to catch a bass and put in here. The one thing you have to watch in your area is make sure that it's legal to move fish from one body of water. Technically, you're putting these in a controlled environment, so it's not like it's going to spread or anything like that, so I think it's fine. But I do know you can move Florida largemouth, so we're probably going to try to move a largemouth bass and put in here just a small one. Probably try to get a bluegill or two. Nothing crazy.
Right.
We just want a couple fish in here, and we might even, depending on how it does, we may go online and buy some bigger goldfish to put in here that the bass won't eat, because that's the issue you're going to run into. You do have to feed these fish. They have to have something to eat. So we'll go on Amazon, something like that, buy some minnows to put in here for them to eat. We'll get, they'll eat shrimp, obviously. You guys have seen me catch largemouth bass on shrimp before. So we can put some live shrimp in here. This is going to be a freshwater pond, not a saltwater pond. So we're not trying to do all the saltwater stuff, but we have a micro farm pond back there. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, once we get a bluegill or something here, I might bring a fishing rod out here and try to catch one of them just to see. It's not going to hurt. As long as you use a little bitty hook, it'd be perfectly fine. We'll see what happens, but we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy filled up. And then I got to go catch these fish, y'all. We got to go catch a fish to put in here. It's not something we can buy.
Yes, I accidentally harvested worms.
Sarah found worms. They're down in here now, but we're going to use the worms that Sarah found where we dug out where we're putting the farm pond to go catch fish to put in the farm pond. And y'all, we found a snake. We
did. Our first garden snake. I know. I'm excited. You're freaked out about it.
I'm not excited. It was our first snake ever. Let's just roll the clip for him real quick. All right, y'all. So PYT done told me that she thinks there's a snake under.
No, I don't think I know. It's definitely a baby snake because it was bigger than them worms and it had one of those floppy little tails. Or it was the biggest lizard ever.
So
it went under the landscaping fabric. Okay, I don't see him right now, but I swear he's in there.
You sure you didn't see that? That's definitely a little snake right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I saw. Another sweet tater.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look, we have a garden snake, guys. Our first garden snake.
That's not a good thing, Sarah.
Come on, baby. We have a garden snake.
Go get Oreo. I don't even know what kind of snake this is. Like,
ooh, it's slithery.
I'm not happy about it. Oreo, come here.
Come here, Oreo. We got a treat. It's going underground. No, it's going underground. Did you just chop it in half?
I did.
Man. Our first garden snake, and it could have been a treat for the kitty cat.
Oreo, look, Oreo. Oreo. Yeah, I didn't mean to chop it in half.
The race is on and on.
Look,
She
it's
got
moving.
the
She's
snake,
freaking out. Look at her. Oreo is a snake killing machine, man.
She's like, I didn't do this.
Look at Mila. Mila's like, I want to get down on this.
What y'all got?
Mila goes after the lizards.
Yeah, Mila does like the lizards. I'm sorry.
Look, Mila's like, why'd you give that to her?
Did you get a little toy there? Is that like a little toy, girlfriend?
Mila, leave her alone.
Mila, that's her toy.
Look, Oreo's like, that's mine.
Come on, ladies.
It's still moving around. Mila's like, now we have a full-on dog-cat fight over the snake.
She don't know what to do with it.
She will eat it. Like, she'll straight up eat it.
Now, can they grow tails back, right? So you technically didn't
That's
kill
not a
it?
snake. That's a lizard.
Oh, okay.
That thing's missing its head. It ain't growing nothing back. It's dead. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to fill this thing up with water. We got a pump on its way. As soon as the pump gets in, we're going to put the pump in there, get some water circulating in it, let it sit for a day or two, something like that. I'll talk to a couple people and see exactly what I need to do. Let that sit for a little bit. Make sure there's nothing I need to put in there to treat that, to make sure that there's nothing on it that's going to kill the fish or something like that. And then we're going to go, Sarah, this is a little weird to me. Hang on, I'm just going to turn the camera around. I'm going to let Sarah tell y'all what she says we're doing here.
We're going to get some rescue fish.
Yeah, but technically it's not rescue fish. If you yank them, that's kidnapping fish.
That's true.
It's not really rescue fish, because if you pull them out of their natural environment and put them in here, which they're going to have a good life, we're going to take care of them.
I still want to call them rescue fish. That'll make me feel better about it.
Well, imagine that I'm catching the smallest fish in the pond, and they were probably going to get eaten anyways.
No, we're rescuing
and
them.
you're technically rescuing them, because we're taking them out of a pond where they're going to be the smallest fish in a big sea, and we're putting them in an area, our farm pond, where they're going to be the kings. So technically, you know, you can work this out. They can be your rescue fish.
We're having rescue fish on the farm.
All right, so we are on like day 3 of the pond build. As you guys can see, it is super murky from where we added the gravel. A lot of dust and just dirt. I probably should have rinsed that gravel off. I didn't do it, but today we've got our pond pump that came in. So that's what we kind of been waiting for. We're gonna go ahead and get this installed in there, and that's gonna help clear all that dirt, all that kind of stuff. I just got this off of Amazon. Again, I got it linked down in the description box below of what it is, how it comes. So let's set this camera up on a tripod and get this pond pump put in so we can get this water cleaned up for our new bass. Okay. Well, that was simple enough. I guess that worked. We got her pumping water. And I'll do cord maintenance and all that kind of stuff later. I really just want to see how long it takes this to kind of clean this up, because the water is pretty dirty. That's supposed to be a really good filtration system, and it pumps like I don't know, like 1,300 gallons of water a minute or something. So this thing's only a 150 gallon tank. So it should not take that long to like fix this and fill it up, but we shall see. All right, guys, the pond is cleared up. In the last little section you guys saw, we had just got the pump, got it put in here. It is pretty much crystal clear now. So we've only got a couple things left to do. One, we got to catch some bass and put in here. So my goal is to catch at least one bass and one bluegill, maybe two bluegills, just to see how it goes. But before we do that, before I put any fish in here, we're gonna give you guys an underwater tour of the new farm pond with the GoPro. Now, I'm excited about this, and here's why. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this, and just honestly the only reason I wanted to do this, when we went out to the Arms Family Homestead for the very first time like 2 years ago, they've got fish in their little stock pond in their backyard that they can feed by hand and film it. And that's one of the main things I wanted to do. So we're gonna stick a GoPro into the water today, and all I'm gonna do is kind of give you a tour of the underwater pond or underwater structure in the pond. But ultimately, we're gonna come out here once we get some fish in here. We're gonna drop some minnows in there. We're gonna get some crawfish, all kinds of weird stuff from Amazon that bass will eat. And we're gonna see if we can get some of those underwater strikes on camera. But y'all check this out. GoPro going down right now. First thing you're gonna see is we got some structure right there, just a concrete block. Got a piece of driftwood that the PYT found literally on the side of the road. And then over there you got the fountain working. I don't know how well that's showing up underwater, but we're gonna go all the way down here to this side. We got our underwater light, which you guys can see right there. And then my nice little cave that I built for the fish, y'all. Tell me they're not gonna enjoy playing around that. And of course you got the whole pump system over here, but I'm pretty excited about this cave and what that's gonna look like once those bass get in there and hide. I'm really hoping they'll get up and they'll hide under this branch, under this structure. I think that'll be really, really cool if they do that. And guys, that's it. That's our first underwater tour. I know it's not big, but I don't have a lot of space out here. Let's be honest. We are working with a micro farm. While I mention that, y'all, the PYT's channel, y'all are killing it. Like, thank y'all so much for all the support. Y'all check it out. Coastal Country. Got the link down in the description box below. She's going to be doing a ton of the micro farm videos in a subdivision. Like, we got neighbors on that side, we got neighbors on that side, we got neighbors back here, but we still run a farm, y'all. And Sarah's documenting that on her channel. So make sure, if y'all have not jumped over and checked out the PYT Life on Coastal Country, make sure y'all do that right now. But for now, we're going fishing. Let's go. The pond is complete. Everything's put together. Water's cleared up. We got a little bit of structure left to put in there, but I wanted to come out here and catch our fish first. Now, the goal for today, but our number one goal is to catch a bass. Now, we're not trying to catch a giant. This is only a 150 gallon outdoor pond in our backyard. So if I can catch basically any bass, as long as it's under like 10 inches, I don't want a big guy. I want something smaller than 10 inches to put in the backyard pond. But I also want to catch a couple bluegills. Now, these bluegills are super hardy. So what I'm going to do is try to catch a couple bluegill first, because I just feel like they've got a better chance of staying alive longer. What I've got right here, I went and got a bucket. I didn't want to use my live bait well just because it's a little bit smaller, so I went and grabbed a bucket, brought an aerator with me. Gonna try to catch a couple bluegill, put those guys in here, and then we're gonna go after that bass. Let's go. Guys, this is not what I was looking for right here. Nice little jump. Y'all, this is hands down. I want to tell y'all something right now. The PYT literally said to me right before I caught this fish, couldn't have been more than 10 seconds ago. She's like, you know, if you're looking for a small bass, you're probably going to catch the biggest bass you've ever caught over here. Well, lo and behold, there we go, 2-pound largemouth bass. Definitely the biggest bass I've ever caught out of this body of water, hands down. What? This is just not a place you come to catch big fish. Most of the time you're catching smaller fish out of this body of water. And that dude right there, he might only be 1.5 pounds, but look at his mouth. I mean, he has got a big old mouth on him. This is not the bass we're keeping for the backyard pond. We are looking for something significantly smaller than this. See you, buddy. You kidding me right now? What in the world? Right there, there's a fish, guys. That might be a little more manageable here. That might be a little more manageable. Come here, little buddy. Come here, little buddy. Oh, I don't know. He's digging too. Are you kidding me? Guys, I caught another pollywog catfish on, y'all. Heck, that might be the same one. Caught another pollywog catfish right there on a Ned rig, of all the things. What is happening right now? Like, I want to come catch a dink. Like, what in the actual heck is happening in my life right now? When you're trying to catch dinks and all you can catch is bigger fish, are you serious? I honestly thought that first bass was gonna be one of these pollywog catfish, but it was not. It ended up being a decent sized bass. Heck, this might be the same one we caught when we did the challenge that day. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. Obviously, we're not going to put a catfish in our bass pond in our backyard, so let's get this dude back in the water. See you, buddy. And he's gone. Like, really? Really? I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, a dink bass. That's all I need. Never had trouble catching a dink bass before, but all of a sudden today, no dink bass anywhere to be found. Go figure. Y'all leave a comment down below if you know if there's like a website or something, onlydinks.com, that I can go catch me maybe find me a little baby bass or something, because it's just Mondo's today. Onlydinks.com. If that's not a thing, it should be. I'm just saying right now. Y'all, this might be the first time I've ever failed because I caught bigger fish. Like, I don't have, am I on? Or no, I think I got more grass. I mean, I could fill the pond up with this stuff right here. But, like, I don't have a lot of time to fish this morning. Sarah and I have got some other engagements we have to take care of today. PYT back there operating the camera for me. And, like, I'm going to go home empty-handed, and that's kind of surprising to me because I brought night crawlers, little worms out here for the bluegill. Thought I wouldn't have any problems catching one of those. That was wrong. Brought a Ned rig out here, like literally one of the smallest soft plastics I throw, trying to catch a small bass. Ended up catching like an 18-inch, 2-pound bass and a pollywog catfish, all of which was too big to go in my backyard bass pond. So, not really sure how you fail at catching fish when you catch two big fish, but that's kind of what I feel like today. All right, guys, back out here on another day, trying to pick up a little small bass for our backyard bass pond. I've already gotten picked up twice and did not get a good hook set on either one of them. So we are back to throwing the old Ned rig, just trying to see if we can get one of these fish to eat and keep a hook in his mouth so we can take this dude back and give him a nice home where he's going to be safe forever. Sarah says it's a rescue fish. I'm not really sure how we're rescuing him, or we're taking him out of this big old pond and putting him in a much smaller backyard pond, but we're going to take good care of him. He's going to be fed well. He's going to get all kinds of camera time. We're going to treat him right if we can catch one. Y'all, I just caught the perfect bass. I didn't have the hook up here, but I did just catch the literal perfect bass for our backyard fish pond. Y'all check that out. Y'all, he is literally perfect. All right, y'all, so now we are rushing back to the house. I mean, I got my aerator in the bucket, and I think he's small enough he'll be fine, but I want to get him back as quickly as possible so he's as least stressed as possible, and we're going to get him put in the backyard pond. Let's freaking go.
I'm super excited. Like, you guys probably think we're crazy, but I'm like really excited about this because we're actually finally gonna have some more animals on our micro farm. This is perfect. My plan for this backyard is finally coming together. It took Ron a while to catch this fish though. Like, seriously, every time he goes he gets dinks, but the one time we want him to get a dink, he can't come through. But today, he finally came through. There he is. Ron's back. Hey babe, do you have Gunther?
Do I have what?
Do you have Gunther?
What do you mean, do I have, what's a Gunther?
Gunther's our rescue fish that we've rehomed today, and I know you got him.
I have a bass. I don't know where you're coming up with the name Gunther.
I like it. The chick had her dog named Gunther, and I really liked it. It's perfect. How excited were you to actually catch the dink today?
You don't understand. I fished for almost 4 hours trying to catch this fish. I've never worked so hard for a small fish in my whole life.
The water is clear. I did realize that we've kept it really clear, so.
Close to the same temperature. I wanted to make sure that the temperature was close to being the same.
How excited are you right now at this moment?
So excited, y'all. Like, I've literally been trying to put this backyard bass pond together for the better part of, what, 3 weeks?
Oh, wow.
Probably.
Yes.
Like, we went out, we ended up picking out the Rubbermaid tub we ended up using. We had to order the pump. The light I bought is already shot. It was a joke. that didn't work. And then I've literally been trying to catch a small bass for 3 days. So the first part of the like catching that you guys seen, the PYT and I were out at that pond, and she made the joke that I was only going to catch big fish, and then I turned around and caught like a 2-pound bass, and then like that pollywog catfish, which was another nice size one. Then I went back over there today, and I could not catch a fish to save my life. Finally, after almost 4 hours. I know it got a little hectic there during the like catching of the fish, because I really didn't like record myself catching it, because I'd been fishing for so long. I was into like that lull of like, Mila, no ma'am. Not, you know how you get, you haven't caught a fish, you haven't got a bite, and you're almost lulled to sleep. And when it finally hit, like, all I cared about was getting it in, and then I realized I wasn't recording on my chesty, which is not a big deal. I know it kind of got hectic, and like when I turned the camera on, you guys see me running, I'm like, guys, I caught the perfect size bass. And but that's without further ado, let's introduce Sarah to
Gunther.
Really?
Yes.
Like, that's where you want to go with this, is Gunther?
Gunther the bass.
All right.
Oh, he's so pretty. Oh.
This is Gunther, the largemouth bass, y'all. He is the perfect size bass
He is.
to put into this pond. I am so stoked
I love him.
to get this dude in there. Guys, so that's Gunther. That's probably the last time you will ever see him out of the water, because we're not going to be fishing for him. Just like a little 6-inch bass. But we're going to put him in here and let him go. I do have a camera under the water. There he is. Gunther's in his new home, y'all.
He's been rehomed.
Guys, I am so stoked for this. Like, when I started this whole project process, whatever you want to call it, I just wanted to build myself a cool little bass pond in my backyard, and I feel like that's what we did here today. Everything had been ready. I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to have this. I really can't wait to do some underwater feedings with this dude. That's the main thing I wanted to do. Is do some underwater feeding videos where you could actually see him like come in and smash some minnows or crawfish or something like that. So you guys leave a comment down below and tell me what you all want to see me feed Gunther first. And
Hey, I already told them, our friends over here, that when we get another fish in there, so he has a friend, we're gonna call him Gil. Gil.
Oh my gosh, Sarah's got some major like naming issues, but anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I truly appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. It took me a little while to make this video. I probably put more work in this video than almost any other video I've ever done, but I think it was worth it. It felt really good to release that little bass into this pond. Now I can't wait to do some stuff with him. Guys, if you're new here to the Cameraman Ron channel, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on and that you are subscribed, so you know each and every time that we upload new content. Guys, I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Y'all take care, and we'll see you soon.